Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Lure Angler, and today I've got a nice simple video for you showing you 4 methods at adding stinger hooks to your soft plastic lures. So why do we use stinger hooks? Well, for a start, if you're fishing a shad and it's only got a stinger in that front third of your lure, well, that leaves 2/3 of the lure where a pike or a perch or a zander can take your lure. You can strike into it thinking that you got a bite, and all you're doing is pulling that lure straight out of its mouth because there's no hook penetration. So stinger hooks are really important for converting bites into fish on the bank. And I'm going to show you 4 ways now of how to do it. So for a start, when would I start using a stinger hook? This is where I wouldn't use one. So you can see these, this is a 7cm shad tease. So this lure is small enough that hook point is quite well proportioned to the size of the lure. So it's a small jig head. It's only about 3 grams with a size 1 hook in that. If a fish takes that, it's going to swallow the whole thing, and you're going to get good hook-up ratios on that. If I'm drop shotting, again, that's just lip hooked, but that because it's such a small lure, will get engulfed whole, and because it's so light as well, it's not got the added weight of the lead on that. That's going to get sucked in whole, and again, that's going to be ample. You're going to get good hook-up ratios on that. So at what point do I start adding stingers? So I've got a bit of a selection here that I've just rigged up. So you can see we've got the 7 centimeters, we don't add stingers typically. 9, 12, got 19 and 22 centimeters there. So these are 4 different methods of just how you can add extra hook points. So let's look at the first method. Okay, so this first method here on the 9 centimeter shad tease, I've put what I'd call a finesse style stinger on. So it's just a size 8 hook with a little mini link. And on this section here, which is just a loop in the fine gauge wire, I've just covered it with a little mini section of heat shrink. That heat shrink there, I've used to just poke over the hook point here, and the barb will just stop it from coming off that off the back of that shank. Then gives me the 1/3 and 2/3 points covered. Again, giving me really good rates of hookups on my fish. So this finesse style stinger, I got another video showing you how to do that. If it's not on today, it'll be on next week. And keep a lookout for that, because there's a couple of different ways you can do it with heat shrinks, liquid electrical tapes, etc. And they're fantastic ways of adding extra hooks to this one lonely hook right at the front. 9 centimeters up to the 12. I've rigged this with what I call your standard stinger hook. Size 4 hook going through a little piece of steel wire, coated, and then all we do is get this little loop at the top, and that just places right on top of the top lure clip hanger. And as soon as you hook your lure clip through that, that'll hold that stinger perfectly in position. So again, my golden rule is 1/3, 2/3, just leaving the tail there. But other than that's a good ratio of hook points to amount of plastic. Okay, past this size now, I'm going to start using some bottom mounted stinger holders. So you can see this one here. This is a HD style jig head. So it's got the top hook on something like a 6.0 or an 8.0. But then on the bottom, you've got a split ring which attaches to your other stinger. Really effective at getting that spread. So you got your 1/3 point covered at the top, and you got your 2/3 point covered at the bottom. So again, most likely, if a pike hits that lure, even though it's like 19 centimeters long, you've got good hook separation, and give yourself a really good chance of converting that bite into a hooked fish. And on this 4th method, this is my go-to method nowadays. This is where I've used a screw-in jig head at the front, a top hanger to attach your lure clip onto, and your bottom hanger, which is angled 45 degrees back, to a little split ring here. Split ring then has got a little harness attached to it with 2 stinger clips. The hooks I think are about a size 1/0, maybe 2/0, and they're held in with stinger spikes at the bottom. Okay, so as I said, this is my go-to method. This is how I rig most of my large soft plastics. If you want to see how I've made this, you'll see step by step in the other videos in my channel. Look for how to rig a large soft plastic. Hope you found that useful. I hope you'll know the difference between the 4 different methods on how to attach stingers, and hope you can put it to some good use. So catch you on the next video, and thanks for watching.